KHQA This Morning. It's your news now.
Let's check in with our friend Kristen Aguirre, who is out and about trekking this morning.
Yes, Kristen, what are you up to?
Good morning. Well, last week's snowstorm Q derailed our off-Broadway tour. So today we are at our last stop, the Madison Davis Bicycle Shop. And I would like to introduce you to Trekkie, their mascot. Coming up after the break, we're going to hear all about the shop, and we'll hear from the owner on how it got started. You're watching KHQA This Morning.
Let's check in with Kristen Aguirre this morning. She is out and about in Quincy on two wheels.
Yes, and with a bear. How's it going, Kristen?
Good morning. Well, we are finishing up our off-Broadway tour that we started last week, but we had to delay our last one because of Snowstorm Q. So we are finishing it up right here at Madison Davis Bicycle Shop. With me now is Greg Davis, the owner. How long have you guys been here?
Actually, the bicycle shop was started in 1947 by a father-son combination, J.W. and Carl Odie Madison. Operated that way until about 1963. I came on board as a shop rat out of junior high school in 1964 and continued in that capacity until I graduated from Quincy College in 1973 and became a partner then. And it existed as a partnership until my partner Odie Madison passed away in October of 2011. And so now I'm sole owner of the bicycle shop.
So what made you get in? I mean, you started at such a young age. What made you have the love for bikes?
There was just something about bikes that I always enjoyed. It was the freedom of getting out and getting out of the neighborhood and realizing there was a lot of extra city in Quincy. And I always had a mechanical aptitude, so it was something that even at that young age I could wrap my hands around and get involved with it.
Well, there is definitely a lot of history here at the Madison Davis Bike Shop, but there's also a lot of new things happening here. And coming up a little bit later in the show, we are going to show you some exciting news here. They are expanding their shop, and we're going to give you a sneak peek into inside what that's going to look like.
Very nice.
Awesome.
I've already seen a sneak peek on Twitter because Big Mark, the cameraman, tweeted out the picture.
Uh-huh.
I would retweet it, but he forbids me from doing that for some reason. I can't retweet. Kristen Aguirre tweeted out that she has the bear. Trekkie is going to be in every one of the shots, so when you see her, tweet it.
And we have to find where it is.
When you see the bear, tweet her.
Yes, and tell her where it is. So let's check in with Kristen.
She is at Madison Davis Bike Shop this morning, concluding her off-Broadway series. Hey, Kristen.
Good morning. Well, we are here at the Madison Davis Bicycle Shop, and we are finishing our off-Broadway segment that we started last week, but we had to delay our last one because of Snowstorm Q, so we're finishing up this morning. Now we are talking clothes, so you can't really get on the bike without the proper gear, right?
Right. Biking, you know, has evolved, and as it has evolved, so has the clothing. It used to be like professionals would wear the clothing, and now everybody can wear it. Mm-hmm. It's all about being comfortable and efficient on the bike. Since you had the Lycra joke, I'm going to start with shorts.
Thank you. Thank you for explaining to everyone the Lycra joke.
These are the shorts. They're made out of Lycra and spandex. They're stretchable. They have a band at the bottom so they don't slide up. Part of why you want these these kind of shorts is because when it gets hot, if you wear jeans or cotton, they're going to stick to the seat. These will slide, and that helps it. They also have padding, sometimes called the chamois.
Oh, for the...
Right, for your... they're different for men and women because...
For your bottom.
They're your soft tissue is what Greg calls it.
Better term.
And some of them don't like is you don't wear underwear with them because that takes away from it. The chamois or the cloth has antibacterial material, and it also is moisture wicking, so you really just want to wear the shorts.
So it's all about being cool and comfortable. Now, this wasn't really your idea to come in here, but you actually kind of gave up your job to come help out your husband here.
Right. I've taught school for about 30 years, right at 30, mostly in the Quincy Public Schools, and Greg was needing help, and I was about time to retire, so I did, and I've been here for about a year now.
Well, have you been involved with biking at all?
More since I moved to Quincy. I grew up in a little town on a farm on gravel roads and right off the highway, and we would have been killed.
Yeah. So no biking there.
No.
Now you guys also have a fun little guy that's kind of the mascot here, and that's Trekkie, and we have him back there. So what's the story behind Trekkie, Greg?
Well, we had a young boy come in after his first bicycle, and since we've been here for 65 years, we've had a lot of first bicycle sales. And this young boy had in his hand Trekkie, his teddy bear. And so he came in and bought his bicycle with his parents. And for some strange reason, he said, "I'd like to leave Trekkie here so I can come back and visit him." And so somewhere out there in TV land is at this point, the gentleman that brought Trekkie in. I'd like to say hi and thank you to that. And so I want to introduce to you Trekkie.
All right, well, Trekkie's going to be inside all of our live shots, so if you can spot him out, he'll be hidden somewhere in the back. Make sure you tweet me and let me know where you see him. We'll have more details on all about Madison Davis Bike Shop coming up later in the show.
Found him.
Yeah, so did I, but cameraman Mark was just out of frame, and I sit there the whole time trying to take a picture of him. I come sit back on set, and then she talks about Trekkie. With Kristen Aguirre, who is hanging out with Trekkie this morning.
Yes. How's it going, Kristen?
Good morning. Well, we are here at the Madison Davis Bike Shop, and we're learning all about bikes this morning. I'm finishing up our off-Broadway tour. With me now is Ryan, who has worked here for 14 years, and you actually bike yourself, right?
Yes.
So what have you competed in?
A lot of triathlons. I've done a half Ironman. I'm actually signed up to do a full Ironman this year. So.
And you have a race coming up this weekend, right?
Run a marathon this week, Sunday actually.
You can do it all.
That's tempting.
You know a thing or two then about bikes. So what are we showing everyone right now?
Basically, this is just a new bike. We want to give people something to look at. So when we talk about maintenance and service through the winter, basically, you got to keep your bike going. You got to keep your bike going for the winter, and so it don't corrode and runs properly.
So what do you need to do? I mean, when it is in the winter, I can only imagine is it harder to bike?
Yeah, well, the salt and the corrosion and all the stuff you pick up from the street, you definitely want to make sure your chain and all your pivot points and your derailleurs and things are all lubed so everything works properly. Your brakes.
So what do you need to do to your bike before you take it out in the winter?
If it's serviced and running properly, not a whole lot. You just want to make sure you keep your chain from rusting and your pivot points on all your derailleurs and everything. You want to make sure they're all properly lubed and working right so they don't fail.
All right. Well, coming up later in the show, we're going to continue and explore the new side of the Madison Davis Bike Shop, and we're going to continue to talk some more bike maintenance. You're watching KHQA This Morning.
And you're still watching KHQA This Morning. We're going to get you caught up on some bus maintenance, sort of.
Did you find Trekkie?
I did find Trekkie. It was pretty easy that time.
No day.
Kristen Aguirre has issued a challenge to all of us via Twitter. Find Trekkie the bear.
Yes. Where is he this time, Kristen?
Good morning. Well, we are here at the Madison Davis Bicycle Shop, and we are at the new part of their building that it'll be opening come April, right?
Yeah, April 11th is our grand opening.
All right. And so what station are we at right now?
This is our fit station.
So this will be the fit station.
Yes. This is just an area you come for road bikes or tri-bikes and things. Just make sure you're properly fit on your bike.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get fitted.
Jump on.
And we had to go downstairs and get a smaller bike for me, which I still think is a little too big. I can barely get up. So what do you do when someone comes in here and they want to get fitted?
This way, you set them up on a trainer so you can basically see that obviously their seat is too low. And just things you wouldn't notice until you either measure your whole entire body or you could ride along with you while you're riding in a normal situation and to check on certain things. This is just sit you on a trainer and help us do that without being outside.
How important is it to make sure that your bike is perfectly fitted for you?
It's pretty important. It makes you more efficient, better rider, and so.
You know a thing or two about riding. How long have you been riding?
Probably 10 years or so.
10 years, and you've worked here for
all my life as a kid, yeah.
All right, well, coming up later in the show, we're going to continue to show you a little bit more of the Madison Davis Bicycle Shop, and I'm going to continue to learn some more riding moves.
You know, I found Trekkie the bear.
I did too.
By the way,
I
tweeted her back. So tweet us, hashtag us, KHQA This Morning. This might be... Well, we need to go to Kristen Aguirre, who is live in Quincy today.
Yeah, she's riding a bike. How's it going, Kristen?
Bundle up.
Good morning. We are here at the Madison Davis Bicycle Shop, and we were just talking about the Harlem Shake, and Ryan and Greg said that they saw it and they loved it. So make sure you check out our YouTube page because I'm sure you will love it too. So all morning we've been exploring the shop. Now we're talking safety. So why is safety so important for bikers?
Well, it's really hard to talk about cycling without talking about cycle safety. And the most important aspect or equipment for cycle safety is a helmet. properly adjusted, relatively new, and by one of the approved organizations. And that has been shown over and over again to prevent up to 95% of any serious injuries. So.
Hi, we're back, and like I said, we are standing in the new edition of the Madison Davis Bicycle Shop. So tell me a little bit about this.
Well, we have a marvelous facility here. It's something that Quincy and the Quincy area has really needed for quite some time. But we didn't want to lose sight of our heritage. So in addition to all the new modern equipment, we wanted to have a prominent display of some of our history, and that you'll see along the top windows, and if you drive by, they're going to be lit up at night, and they're certainly available during the day. And we go anywhere from 1892 to the 60s with some of these bikes, and I think you'll enjoy looking at them.
All right, well, to get a better insight on all of the new facility here at the Madison Davis Bike Shop, make sure you check out our story at KHQA News at 5.
All right, what foods are...
For more information on the Madison Davis Bicycle Shop, make sure you check out our website, TriStates.com. And don't forget to tune into KHQA News at 5 to get an insight into the new facility.